Wow. Welcome. I'm struggling now to get my words out. FTP Sports, and this is your reaction show.
Singing my life with his word.
Man.
Killing me softly with his song.
That's what this team are doing, bro. They're killing me softly, bro. Killing me softly, bro.
I can't even.
It's too much now, man. It's too much, bro. It's too much.
Well, let me try and get the intro out. Welcome to FTP Sports. This is your reaction show of the Arsenal versus Villarreal. 2-1. What is it? Was it? I think Villarreal didn't even have to come out of second gear. Boy, this one is ridiculous. I'm gonna listen. See, I'm struggling for words. Nigerian Englishman, talk to me. When you saw the lineup, and
me
then
personally,
the subsequent Xhaka injury, thoughts?
To be honest, like the Xhaka injury, the fact that I saw Tierney in the lineup, because I missed like the first minute, so I didn't even know that Tierney was starting. So I missed the first minute. So the fact I saw Tierney was in the lineup, I was excited. And I was looking into the midfield. I'm thinking, what's going on here exactly? You decided to play two number 10s in the middle of the park. That says, you know what, Partey, you don't need no help, man. You're not in a new league and a new team finding your form. You don't need help. I'll just put you in there with two creative midfielders that are not going to help you whatsoever. Like, tell me how that makes sense.
Poor guy was on his own.
El Sideways would have done better, 100%. 100%. Like, I'm any man that can tell me trust the process and explain this whole trust the process thing to me. I challenge them. Look at me. I look stressed, bruv. I look stressed. Look at my shirt. All.
Do you know what? I'm not even stressed. That's the thing. That's the thing. I'm not even stressed because the way the game unfolded, I was sitting back like this.
Yeah.
There was nothing to get you off your seat.
Right. Even the little tickle at the start of the second half, bro. The little tickle.
Oh, that's what it was, isn't it? Just tickle. That's what it was. King. How did you? I'm sorry, guys. I'm struggling there. I'm struggling. King.
Well, so I know. In my reaction, I suggested that maybe playing more number 10s and attacking when we needed to chase a game might have been smart. But let's look at the last game, right? The last game El Neni played. Yeah, he looked decent in midfield, and he scored. Yeah. Now let's look at another player. Yeah. Let's look at Martinelli. Yeah. A guy who there has been so much clamour. Like I've even had Tottenham fans, United fans, Chelsea fans being like, "What's going on with this guy?" Like this guy, he comes on, he looks like a bundle of energy. He influences the game. You know, he gets to the byline, he gets crosses in. What did he do in the last game? He got an assist, right?
Yeah,
he got an assist.
Man of the match, not even just an assist.
He was man of the match, right? And I want to I've defended Arteta, right? But we can all sit here and think of countless occasions where he's done this season, where there have been informed players, and then just for no reason, he's just gone like, they played well in that last game, but that last game doesn't matter. I'm going to change things up again. I'm trying to think of a manager that would do that in world football. Yeah, that would actually do that, and I'm struggling because, I think it could have worked with only Partey if he was fully fit. He does not look fit. He doesn't.
I just think he was knackered in that game. He was doing everything. He
had to do everything. Everything.
He was knackered. He was knackered. The poor guy was knackered. You could even see he even did an air shot. Poor guy. I was like, what the hell? Oh my god. Shit.
You got the selection wrong.
Hi, Uma.
Over both legs. The first leg was the same. You know. You just too
we've
too
got
much
people
tinkering.
Gumsa, what are you
on.
saying, man? You're wearing that
Yeah.
shirt right now, so what are you saying?
Yeah, Suma.
To
Respect my Sierra Leonean brother.
I said to my brethren just now, Arteta goes or not, I don't care. I've got 3 players who I'm happy to see next season start for Arsenal. And that's Tierney, Saka, and Smith Rowe. The rest ain't good enough.
Do you know what? Time on Smith Rowe right now. I just think, right, I don't think he's ready.
But honestly, I think he was the only one that was penetrating and doing anything.
I don't think he was.
Don't you think so?
I honestly now, right, I just think, right, the whole thing with media and I get the thing you want one of your own to kind of do well and stuff, right? But I just don't listen. The shot what he had. Oh, the commentators were eulogizing and saying, "Oh, that was it was brilliant." Blah blah blah. I'm like, shut up. Get that on target.
He could have squared it to Odegaard.
Get it on bloody target.
But he was the only one. He was the only one that was driving for me. No one else was doing anything. Like, when I mean nothing at all. And this is why I say when people get onto Ceballos, he's vital because he gets us playing forward. The amount of times Partey got caught on the ball.
Did you just mention that? We don't mention that guy's name anymore.
No, but it's real talk, innit? Like, it's very easy to blame. Like, I remember Coquelin used to get the blame all the time because we was to get opened up, and Coquelin bossed that game today. Like, we couldn't break him down, do you know what I mean? So we're very quick. We like certain players and we put the blame on other people when actually there's a lot more wrong with his team. Like, don't get me wrong, I think Partey, there's a player in him, but he ain't shown me nothing all season. He's been very sloppy in times. Bellerin
he's the only man in there.
I felt for him. And I feel our defence was way too deep as well because that gap between midfield and defence was massive. So, again, understand we played with
Villarreal we just all had cigars. They all had cigars.
The gap between the midfield and defence was so big. Like it was all open. It was all open. Like I said, to me, it was just the same thing I've been seeing most of the season. Well, for the last how many years now? Do you know what I mean? We're not doing anything going forward. We're so scared defensively.
Brezzy, I'm tapping you in. Brezzy, I'm tapping you in. Brezzy, come on, Brezzy, come on, man, come on, Brezzy. Wake up! I know we.
What can I say? It was an absolute fucking shit show. Pardon my French. You know.
There's going to be a lot of French spoken tonight.
Parental advisory edition.
Right. Sorry, but Arteta has to take full responsibility of those 2 legs because that was his formation. Yeah. It was his tactics. Yeah. Right. He knew full well who he was going against. Armoury. His whole competition is Europa League, and he decides to what in the first leg play a false 9. We've never played a false 9 in years. Yeah,
ever. I can't remember the last time. Did we ever play? I think one time.
Yeah, one time with Arshavin.
Yeah, we have done it.
Is it Arshavin? Yeah, but I would even say Arshavin. I could have him up top as soon as he got those 4 goals against Liverpool or whatever. But Smith Rowe, come on, man.
Do you feel the players have got to take some accountability as well, though?
Of course, the players have.
What I want to say is, what does it say about Arsenal Football Club? What does it say about Arsenal Football Club when we are resting our hopes on Smith Rowe, Saka, on Odegaard, on Martinelli, right? These are the players that we, this whole season, since Christmas, have consistently expected to rescue us.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
We don't have a squad yet.
I'm gonna defend ESR, right? Because he's young, right?
I'm not mad at Smith Rowe at all, bro. I'm with you.
I'm not mad at him.
I'm not mad at him, but it's like, but what I hate, is when the media kind of build someone up to there's a dirt, he's this and he's that, and blah, 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 and then you have the commentator saying, "Oh, that was a brilliant effort," whatever. It went 2 yards wide when he's just outside the freaking 6 yard box.
He should hit the target for me.
At least, and it's just ridiculous.
Senior players. They had to take the blame for it because they are the ones that drive the fucking game.
Wait a second. I've just seen this, right? And I want to ask you guys something, right? Because he looked pissed off. How can you take off blame when you need to win?
I agree.
I was confused at that.
I agree.
I was confused.
Yeah,
brother. I agree, brother.
We're chasing a goal. Just go 4-4-2.
Leave Nketiah on that bench.
Let me just say another thing about
you're going too far. You're even
Arteta,
going
right?
too far, guys. Wait, hold on.
Arteta, right? Arteta almost tries to start the game and stay in the game, then accelerate the pace in half time, and then go for the juggler in half time, right? No, fuck that. Just go for it, yeah. From the first minute, right? We did not look in the first half like we needed a goal, in my opinion, right? I looked at that first half performance, and it was like we were like, if we score, we score, but if we don't concede, then great. That's how they were set up. They were set up more not to concede than they were to score, and then to go for it in the second half. And this, for me, typifies Mikel Arteta.
But
he has too much of a concern on not conceding.
But you say that, but we've played with two 8s, false 10s or such. So I don't think we set up to defend. I just think these players are just scared.
Brother.
They're just scared. They got nothing about the amount of times it goes. The amount of times we get past the press, and then we turn back and let the other team reset again. Pepe done it about 20 times, and Bellerin. I can't blame certain players.
Do you know what
I'm trying to say, Gumsa? What I'm trying to say is the amount of times that you see that happen, when we are in space, when the ball is played forward and they're turning backwards.
Yeah,
it can't be. It can't be. No, wait, Gums. It can't be the play. Wait. Let me finish. The amount of times that they're doing it, it has to be a tactical instruction. That's what I'm trying to say to you.
It has to be. It's not. It's Hector Bellerin. Bellerin's been doing this for years. Bellerin.
No, but I'm telling you when Pepe and Smith Rowe and our wide players, are one-on-one with it.
Whoa. Right.
When our wide players, right? When our wide players,
Whoa. King. Right. Right now, there's
emotions flying around everywhere, bro. I'm not even mad at him, bro. I'm with him, bro.
Yeah, listen.
We're all in the same boat.
I totally get what comes to what you're saying. Absolutely, we've had to better in.
The only one.
I know what you're saying. That
it has to be tactical.
There is a tactical thing in there, but it has to me, for me, right, where a player needs to make that decision to say to himself, fuck this, I need to make something happen here, because what I'm seeing right now is not happening. And I think in that respect, Gums is probably correct in the sense that we're too scared to take that opportunity to say, take that.
Let me wheel it back.
Let's do it. Go.
There's only Nigerian Englishman. Smith Rowe does it. Smith Rowe tries. And Saka
let me wheel it back, because you lot are even going too far, I think. So what I would say is this, Arteta is finished. The reason why he's finished is because, look, you have to make an emergency decision in the lineup and play Tierney. You never plan to play Tierney. And that's because he's clearly not match fit, yeah? Am I right? Am I wrong? Right? Okay, cool. So you're playing a guy at left back that's not even match fit, and you're not giving him no extra cover. You're just saying play 2 number 10s to protect Partey. Like, does that even make sense?
No.
Like, why would Pepe push forward when he's got an unfit Tierney behind him? Why? Why would he? When he's got no protection, Partey's running rings, running everywhere, bro. There's no protection. You got to play on any. You got to. You have to protect him, protect Partey, protect Tierney, knowing he can't finish a full 90 minutes. Like, we saw, he wasn't himself. We saw Tierney wasn't himself. Like, he only, like, at the end of the first half, he was getting in some crosses, but he wasn't himself. Arteta he's a donut, bro. I think it doesn't make any sense. Like, these tactical errors are just too much now, bro.
I agree. I think, he has to take a huge slice of the blame tonight. The way the team was set up, and the players as well need to be culpable, because I just think it was just poor. There was never a chance where you say, oh, you got to put that away. Apart from the Smith Rowe one, where I believe.
Sorry,
so go ahead.
But the whole season, right? This patient passing out from the back. That is why those wide players are turning backwards in those positions. Yeah, there is an element of fear there, but the fear is coming from going against tactical instructions, the manager berating them, maybe substituting them, and and that's what I'm saying. Like, this setup, there is no creativity, or creative license, given to the more attacking midfielders. They are told to play to this system. to basically patiently probe, pass it from side to side around until they see a gap. Yeah, no one is being told, and I have to agree with Gumsa. Smith Rowe was the only one that was actually driving at defenders, driving at the back line. Like, we needed Pepe doing that. We needed Saka doing that more, and we've needed that all season.
Saka's dead right now. Saka's knackered. He's knackered.
They just turn inside
he's
and they pass backwards.
Yeah.
For me, everything's way too slow.
Been coming. This situation, it's been coming.
Yeah. And again, I can't blame. I can't blame the young boys out there. To be fair, they should not.
I can't blame them. And King, you are right. You're right in the sense that that he's the way he's got us set up. But I just think as a player, and that's what makes a player. And you know what? That's the senior pros that are there to take, as they say, the proverbial, bull by the horns to say, do you know what? I'm gonna do something different here because what we're doing right now for 180 minutes is not working.
Who are the senior guys, bro? Who are they, bro? Who are they? Who is the senior guy that's bossing in the team, bro? Nobody, bro.
I don't look at any of them guys there and think
nobody's role model
drive us forward. None of them. The only one who I think would drive us forward, he's at Hertha Berlin, doing up German league, and that's Guendouzi. He's the only one who carries the heart on the sleeve. And that has any sort of character. That's my one saving grace with, if you would say, right, get rid of Arteta, if it meant Guendouzi come back in this team, then Arteta, get rid of Arteta and we build around Guendouzi, because at least he's got a bit of passion and fight.
I've been saying that.
He'll drive as well.
Yeah, he's got a bit of heart about him. Like, I didn't see a tackle, apart from Pablo Mari putting one. Like, do you know what I mean? No game you're chasing it. There was no bite, no nothing.
Also, as well, right? Sorry to bring this up, right? Holding had a free header in that second half.
That's Tony's guy, bro.
Header.
How far with your guy now? How far?
Brezzy, go ahead. Sorry, man. That just popped into my head. Sorry.
All I was going to say was, where's the Mikel Arteta that beat Liverpool, Man City, won the FA Cup? We always expected to lose on those games, right? And yet we won, right? The fact that the Mikel Arteta decides to fucking start rotating the squad, starts changing the formation in a semi-final of the Europa fucking League when we've got nothing to play for, right?
Brother.
And then he wants to start sitting and going, oh, well, we played well. No, we played shit. Fucking just man up. Take the fucking
is that what he was saying in the interview, Brezzy?
Well, probably
this is all he's good for. This is all he's good for right now.
I can't change that. My hair is perfecto.
At least something made me laugh tonight, man. Boy,
I had to bring it in, man. But that's our manager.
That's it, bro. That's his best talent.
The first time in 25 years, right, we've got no European football, right? How the hell do you think in the summer that we're going to actually attract players? Because who's going to come to Arsenal and not have European football? Who?
I think it's time we
look at the relegation teams, brother.
I think it's time we do pick from a different market, because we seem to be picking from the wrong markets. Like the players we're buying, and this is the problem. Isn't it? It goes from before Arteta. When you look at N'Golo Kante, and we got Granit Xhaka for more money. Oh. Do you know what I mean? Mustafi came in for how much? Then when we should have sold Alexis Sanchez and then got Mahrez for a quick 60 for 60 mil, he kept him for half a season and then got Mkhitaryan on a swap deal. It's these decisions which now prove costly.
Can I add a decision to that? When we signed Pepe over Zaha, and the only reason we signed Pepe is because we had to pay less money up front.
Yeah, paying installments. Yeah, it's all them decisions. So, and again, but my thing is now, do you know what? We tried Pepe for 2 years. He ain't good enough. Get rid of him.
But how much would we get for him?
I don't care. Take your losses, because all we're keeping for 3 more years. We're keeping for 3 more years and leave him on a free, and he ain't going to do nothing in them 5 years. So do you know what? Cut your losses. If you lose 20 mil, you lose 20 mil. But we like to hold on to players. Like I watch Man United, Di Maria and Memphis, who are good players, didn't do it at United. Off they go. And they restart again. Like sometimes you've got, and this is where the owners have to now put money in to say, right, we're going to take a hit. But some of these players are not good enough. Like as much as we want them to be, they're not good enough. So we got to take the hit. Sometimes you've got to take the hit. Like
so today, who's got to go? Who's got to go for you? King. Who's got to go? I mean, and I'm including the manager in that.
Oh.
For me, no. I maintain, right? The first person, right, that has to go is Stan Kroenke. Yeah. 2008, they took over.
Today.
This has no. Wait, let me know. Wait, you asked the question, so let me give the answer. In that time, it's been 12 years. It's been 12 years, right? That he has watched this club decline. Yeah, he's watched it just decline, right? And he is not. He's not invested. Like, I'm talking about people like, yeah, we spent money, but it's been so isolated. It's like one or two players here just to make us think that, all right, yeah, we're bringing in enough players.
Not with Kroenke tonight.
It's the same cycle. It's the same Van Persie, Sanchez, Fabregas, Armoury cycle. It's the same one, yeah, when it's like, oh, so you sign them on the promise that you're going to bring in world-class players to help them. They don't get that help. Then their head gets turned. Then we start again. We bring in 2 more world-class players.
Nigerian Englishman, what happens?
He's got to go. This owner's got to go, man. He don't care about this club.
100%.
All right.
He hired Arteta. Let's not forget that.
All right. So the owner isn't going, innit? So let's put that to the side. He's not going yet anyway. Even if someone bids for him, he's not going to be going until the end of next season, I don't think. Anyway, if there was a chance, personally. Because there's a lot of things that go into a takeover and changing the club. All of that stuff.
It's not going to be done. It's not going to be done this summer.
Do you get what I'm saying? You've seen Mike Ashley at Newcastle, mate. Actually, he just does it to scam money every time. He says, someone wants to take over. You got to put a deposit. Okay, no, we're not taking over no more. Boom, little money in the account. That guy is the number one hustler. Big up Mike Ashley, yeah? But on a real note, like, this guy is finished. He's literally ruining our young players. He's ruining them. Let me go for it. The Guendouzi one, because he's not big enough to be able to handle a 19-year-old kid, he sends him to her for Berlin. What kind of amateur is that, bro? Because all you know how to do is put down cones, big man. That's why you couldn't handle that guy. That's it.
That one stings.
Bro, it's true though.
Yeah, I know it's true.
It's so true. If Arteta was a number 2 to someone, maybe even if he came in as Emery's number 2, maybe that could have worked, innit? But the head honcho, he's not that. Look what he's doing with Martinelli. Like, some people, I was thinking maybe he's doing like a Phil Foden, like Pep did it. But we ain't Man City, yeah? We can't be protecting good players like them, man. We're not Man City. He thinks he's in Manchester. He thinks he's at the Etihad. That's what's happened in the last month. This guy thinks he's legit at the Etihad because nothing else adds up. He's doing a Pep false 9. He's trying that thing where Pep plays 2 8s in the middle. Like, we ain't got the quality to do that, big man.
What killed me is that the very next day he mirrored Man City's formation.
Literally, bro. Literally. And I swear that's the way they set up yesterday. This is how we set up today too. Like, you can go and do maybe this.
Maybe I watched City yesterday. I watched City on Tuesday purring like, wow, this is what football is, man. Like,
no, but even if we set up the same way, bro, we
can't play the same. We ain't got the same. We ain't got the same quality in it. We ain't got the same quality.
So Arteta for you is first man out the door.
But also, this, no one's gonna like this, but it's the facts. Laka has to go because he's not going to get offered a new deal. So he has to go. And Aubameyang ain't going. So we got to try and cash in some money for him there. And then he has to go. Tobias, obviously, I don't know. Oh, I said his name.
He's going back.
That guy needs to go. That guy needs to go. I think
Odegaard's gone. He won't be sticking around. He won't be sticking around.
Who knows? I don't know if Buendia would think Norwich is a better move than Arsenal right now. So who knows if we can get him in the summer, because it's looking peak.
Battering our own team now.
Brother, this is what Arteta's forcing us to do. With so many players. See, Smith Rowe right now, he could have played a really good game tonight if Arteta protected the guy properly. If he used the Odegaard Smith Rowe being in the squad thing properly, then you would have had a fresh Smith Rowe. If he played Pepe in the games where he was in form, Saka would probably not be as gassed out as he is right now, and we could have seen more of Saka tonight. Like, there's so many decisions. There's games where he should have rested KT and he played him anyway. Like there's moments in games where we're winning by a couple of goals, which is rare, but it happens. And he's not taking off players that we should protect. It's like I'm trying to, because in my head I thought he was staying until the end of next season anyway. So I'm trying to just say, just deal with it. Like just
I can't deal with football anymore.
the guy, but I can't. We're probably finishing 10th this season. No European football. Like we've got a hell of players that shouldn't be at the club. I mean, at this rate, we might as well bring Willock and
why is a manager being allowed to come to Arsenal Football Club and learn how to be the manager? Because the chairman and the board deem that so.
No.
You guys are all snapping the branch off of a tree, and you're trying to uproot the tree. You need to get to the root. You can bring in a new manager. He'll bring in a new manager and he'll give him 2p again. Go rebuild the squad with 2 pence.
Brother, I'd rather an actual manager than a coach. A freaking phone coach, bro. I'd rather a manager than an actual manager.
These conkeys put him there in the first place. They put him there in the first place. And that was to do with money. They didn't want to pay Ancelotti's wages. They didn't want to give him the resources he wanted to rebuild this squad. That was financial.
We don't even need as much money to spend on Ancelotti, bro. That's the thing.
We don't even need it. We didn't need 200 million minimum.
Brother.
This squad needs 200 million minimum. It needs a facelift. It needs a facelift.
Brezzy.
No, I agree.
Can we as a club get any lower than tonight? I think this is the lowest I've been. I think it's the lowest I've been since 1984.
Guys, I nearly feel like a Spurs fan tonight. Nearly. I know. Nearly feel that bad.
They've had some dark days.
Things can never be that bad, bro.
Things happening, all right?
Yeah, like no Spurs. I've seen the Spurs man live in the comment section tonight, bro. Tonight, enjoy your night, because as of tomorrow morning, as soon as the clock changes to tomorrow, you're still the banter of North London. Don't ever get that twisted. You're still the. Don't ever get that twisted. Enjoy tonight though, but don't ever get that.
Of course, they're having. Can't you hear the fireworks? Flipping heck.
Board. That's what it is.
What?
You're saying the board?
The board.
Yeah.
Brother.
Gumsa, can we get any lower as a club? Because right now, no Europe,
relegation,
no money. I don't know. Is that
no process, no plan, no players,
no players? The thing is, one thing though. Look. I'm going to throw this. I'm going to be controversial, right? Could this be deemed as a silver lining? In the sense that Kroenke says, you know what, fuck this right now. We're not going to have any money.
Amazing. That would be amazing.
Happily
in the next couple of years, because obviously we're going to have to invest in the team. The coffers, the money coming in is going to be negligible. Could he be forced to sell? Could he actually, from a business standpoint, say, do you know what? We was good for the last 20 years, but right now the model's failing.
There's another element to the silver lining is not actually having European competition. Could we just give us an opportunity to focus on the league, and just getting, trim the
focus
squad
on the league
and just really focus on the. Well, I mean, do you know what I mean? The top teams have to play in Europe, right? So that's an advantage we got over. So we don't have to.
I've forgotten what it's like.
You put the silver lining thing on the table, so I guess that's the only one I can see. Do you know what I mean? I'm talking about next season. I'm not talking about this season.
I'm
talking about next season.
Sometimes you got to start again, and I think this is where we're at.
Boy, this process has to be ripped up to shreds, man.
I think for years. I think for years we've been papering over cracks, haven't we? For years we've been papering over cracks.
And finally, that crack has been now a chasm.
Do you remember the year where we didn't sign anyone and got whacked by United and went and brought 5 players? It's them where we hadn't planned. We didn't plan for players, and it was like, we panicked. Actually, we can't get through. Get 5 in. So for years we've been doing the same thing. So do you know what? Again, Rosa, I'll say fair enough to Arteta. He's got rid of a lot of the players we didn't want. Whereas before we hold on to players, don't we? Like the Mustafis, the Kolasinaks, we hold on to players for for how many their whole contract. So to me, as like Chris was saying, we can now trim the squad a bit more, just get a solid 16 almost, because we haven't got to fight on 2 competitions. Like we probably got out the FA Cup early, League Cup, we play the kids. So yeah, it's probably time where we can say actually we haven't got to build a 25-man squad this year because we only really
whose phone is buzzing off the hook, boy? Someone's getting bantered, boy. Is it yours?
Yeah.
Right. So who decided to loan out Gdansk, right? When we have no backup left back.
Yeah, that was a bit of a mad one. But I think, but again, you said I don't know what level everyone's played at, but I've played with players that when they're not playing, and just say I'm put on the bench, a man will come and sit next to me, and he's in my ear giving me what he needs to give me to wind me up against the manager. And I'm not saying Kolasinac was doing that or Ozil was doing it, but there was some shady business going on. All things that was getting leaked out the club. The fact that when Ozil was tweeting stuff with Guendouzi all the time, and Guendouzi's going back and forth with him in there, sending shots, you can't have that in it. So as a manager, I understand why he forced that click out, because it's undermining. Do you know, and we're not seeing what happens behind the scenes. So I understand that. But I do understand we should have got a replacement at left back, like Van Arnholt was talked about, or even if you went and got a thing from down the road, Danny Rose. Do you know what I mean? Just grab someone
that can play there. Yeah,
someone can play there. So
I don't care who's fucking left back, as long as it's a natural fucking left back.
I think we spoke about this in the preview, right? How can we, as a club, only have one recognised? There must be
one left.
Someone.
We have one left back and 4 right backs. It just don't make sense.
There must be someone in the club, a youth team playing, who's knocking at the door that plays left back.
I've been saying this.
Do you know what I mean? And you play him in the games like that. You play him in the games like the Newcastle or whatever. Fuck Xhaka playing him at left back against Newcastle or whatever. Play give him a seat. See if he can sink or swim in that game.
I lie. All these throwaway games we've been playing against Everton and Newcastle, all that. You play this youngster in them games, see if he can cut it. If not, then at least
fair enough.
Let's see someone, but at least show us a man. Bro.
Do you know? I'll be happy now for the rest of the season to see Martinelli, Miguel Aziz, Balogun.
All of them.
Just Saka. Just play the youngsters. Just play them.
Before anyone says anything else, bro. How did Eddie get on the pitch tonight?
That's what I'm saying.
Talk to me now. How far? Eddie.
Do you know what? He snuck on.
What have you done for me lately?
He did a foul. And I was like, who did that? I looked at him on the pitch. When did that sub happen?
I don't know either, bro. He literally snuck on, bro. I'm sure there wasn't 12 men on the pitch them times. Bro.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, did he come on the pitch? Listen, that's what I'm saying. You just keep on.
We are trying to put too many round pegs in square holes.
Yeah. It should have been. I didn't understand taking off Abba.
Too many round pegs in square holes.
Yeah, I didn't get why take off Abba and then go with 2 up front later. With you might as well just left Abba on.
Yeah,
brought Lacquer on for someone else, and then when you want to go to the front, it might not have changed anything, but we wouldn't have this talking point right now, and that's why Arteta's got to be clever sometimes and keep the fans appeased by saying, "Look, I don't what you lot wanted," and it still didn't work. But what more could I do? Do you know what I mean? This is the players I've got. Whereas, he puts pressure on himself because he makes mad decisions.
Balogun,
so
he's in Nigeria.
Good question.
He's in Lagos, bro. He's in Lagos with me. He said, forget this, man. I'm trying to chill until next season, man. I'm not part of this. I'm not part of this. I beg you. Don't tarnish my name.
Listen, I like it. Guys, I want us to answer this question. I mean, I know we touched on it earlier. So sorry to cut you there, King. But he was, you know what? I love Partey to bits, right? I think he's our best midfield player that we have. But yeah, you know what? Call it when it's as it is. He was dreadful tonight, but we think he was left, as we say here, he was left with too much to do. And in fairness, but do you think he'll come good, or did we get ahead of ourselves? I think, guys, King, on that.
I think to be honest, right. What he needs is someone next to him who more combative, who is more athletic, who matches those kind of attributes that he has, that is able to help him, because that's why he doesn't really work with Xhaka either, because Xhaka's not the quickest around the pitch. Xhaka relies on his anticipation, like more. Well, I want to say like his intelligence as a football player, but you know, he plays more with his head than like the physical attributes that he has. I think he needs someone next to him who can kind of take away that burden of needing to be everywhere. You look at Kante and Jorginho as a pivot yesterday against Real Madrid. You know, Jorginho doesn't need to be, you know, like everywhere on the pitch, because that's Kante's job. Do you know what I mean? And I think Partey today had to do the job of two midfielders when he's not fully match fit, and when he's still. This is his first season in the Premier League as well, which is always a major step up.
Yeah, he's gonna take some time to get, you know, in tune with it. I mean, look, listen, he's a big player, and I think he will come good.
He needs a Basuma, bro. He needs a Basuma. Yeah. Like, he can just Partey can sit, pick up the ball, give it to Basuma. He runs with it a little bit, gets it to the number 10, creates a like someone he can just distribute the ball to straight away.
I just think we've got no creativity. We've got no creativity.
I hear you with that, but then if he's in there to be the creative one, he ain't good enough at doing that either. So then he's almost...
I'm saying I want him to sit in front of the back.
Yeah, I hear that. But we're saying we need to put pace around him. So that means he's going to be the creative, like Jorginho, getting on the ball.
You know who we missed tonight?
And he is sloppy.
You know who we missed tonight?
The difference between us and Chelsea is we play with a 10. They don't play with a 10, so that Jorginho thing is a bit different.
We actually missed Xhaka. We actually missed Xhaka tonight.
Yeah.
He's anyone in he would have freed up Partey. You know, he would have kind of allowed. But Xhaka can pass.
He can pass, but a big problem with our team is we can't press because we're too slow going that way.
Yep.
Again, the two midfielders can't get around the pitch like a Basuma. Basuma is combative and he gets around, so you can press. I watch Leicester, Ndidi and Tielemans. Both of them two can press high and they can ball. Like, so don't get me wrong, I do like Partey, but if we're putting a Basuma next to him, then we still haven't got the ball player.
Yep.
So we're going to be physically better, but, and don't get me wrong, Basuma can play, but then almost... It's a bit like when we brought Xhaka and then had to buy Tourette. He's meant to be our DM, and we had to buy another DM to sit next to him because he was getting exposed. Do you know what I mean? When you look at the partnerships of Coquelin and Cazorla, Coquelin was there to run about, win tackles, and Cazorla was there to ball. You then look at Fabregas and Flamini.
Yeah,
Flamini was there to run about, win tackles, and Fabregas is balling. So Partey the one that's meant to be bouncing around. But it's just not working, and it's just
I don't mind making that sacrifice.
I think at the moment this defense needs two pivots in front of it. So Basuma and Partey.
Thank you.
I would play very
saying. I'd rather sacrifice the attacking end.
Like, I don't get wrong.
We can't even score a goal.
A hybrid between being a hybrid between being CDMs and deep line playmakers at the same time. Just tell them when one person's doing one thing, the other has to do the other thing.
We can't even alternate between the two. We can't even create a chance.
If we protect the back four, then the emphasis is on the number 10, the wide men, and the striker. They're focusing on the attack. Focus on that. Get the ball to them. Get the ball to them. That's just
half the problem is, and it's what happened today. We can't get the ball to them because these men can't pass through a press. So that's why it just goes in and out, back to Bellerin, back to the centre back to Leno, then it goes back to Murray, then it goes to whoever, then it goes back to and this because we don't want to.
Villarreal are in shape. But
I maintain. I don't think that it's that they can't pass out of a press. I think it's they're being told to only do so when it is abundantly obvious someone is open. They are not being told to be inventive enough in trying to pass out the press.
You know what? The only time we get out of the press, the only time we get out of the press is when Lacazette drops and spins on it and then he plays forward. That's the only time we play out from there. So it's not that we not trying to do it. It's just that the players aren't brave enough. Sometimes Partey does beat Spinnerman and we play forward, but we haven't got the quality. Like, again, when it goes to Pepe, he's not strong enough to hold a man and turn. When Roby was there, he was doing that in abundance. Perez was the same. Like, we try and build up, but we just haven't got the quality in certain areas. And that's what I was saying before. Someone like a Grealish or someone out there bring something different.
Don't talk about players like that, but yeah, I hear what
He's
you're
out of our market, but
saying.
you know what I mean? Someone like him who you can give the ball to and he will beat one or two, which creates space. Do you know what I mean? So we try and play the patterns, and sometimes it works, but half the time it doesn't, and we just end up going backwards. Or we get out and then Bellerin gets shook, don't want to pass forward, and then we go backwards again. Like, I do understand what you're saying. The system is to play out from the back. Chris, I do get that. That is the system. But again, sometimes it needs someone with a bit more creativity, and that's why Laka then ends up dropping deep and getting on the ball and turning the man and saying, right, now let's go forward. He's the one that brings us out a lot of the time.
Pepe's supposed to be our game changer. That's why he's supposed to be Mr. Unpredictable.
Let's look at
I
that
can do something crazy in the last third.
No, I agree with you, King. Did you know the thing is that we just have.
Don't let that comment go for a second, yeah.
No, because look, the way I see it,
look at that comment,
is that Arteta wants to play from the back. He wants to play because Man City do it.
In football in general, Brighton do it. A lot of football, isn't it?
We can't do it.
So let's look at Jose Mourinho when he was at United. He came in, and he tried to change the DNA of the football club. He tried to play in a way that Man United do not play. This passing out the back way, right? Can you think? Obviously, you're the eldest statesman of this group, Can you think? No disrespect, but can you think of a time when Arsenal was set up to play out from the back in your whole lifetime? When have you seen Arsenal Football Club be a club that plays out from the back? We play on the front foot. We attack teams. You know what I'm saying? We drive at teams. We keep the ball and pass around teams. This is in our DNA.
No, but we played out from the back,
and he just ripped all that up.
No.
I
know what King is saying. Here,
he was more direct.
This part, I'm playing from the back. We're talking about we never played from the goal kick. From the goalkeeper. This is a new thing. We started doing this with Emery, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, but again, football's transition, and to me, this is just how football is now, isn't it?
But you need to facilitate the team to be able to accommodate a system like that.
But
however, and the problem is that I don't know why, but we seem to make more mistakes at it than any other team.
Yeah,
why is that?
We don't seem to have a threat the other side. So when you watch Man City, hold on, Gunner. When you watch Man City, people are so scared because if you do press them high, Ederson's got that pass, and even look at the goal the other day when he hit Shinchenko. So that makes defenders think, I've got to drop 5 yards, let's give you more space to play. Arsenal don't have that threat, so teams say we could just press them in there because they're not going to beat us back that side. So that's where Martinelli probably is vital for us, because he's just going to give people a bit of fear in behind that. Actually, if someone hits the 60-yard diag, he might end up hurting you. So part of it is Arteta, because we have to utilize that. The only way to create space, I remember growing up playing football, the first 5 minutes, my manager used to say to me, hit long balls. Just hit long balls to push the other team back 10 yards. And you know what?
We missed Luis today.
Push the other team back 10 yards, and then all of a sudden, it creates more space to play football.
No, not having it, King. I think the way with Luis's ability to switch play, Mari did it once in the first half.
Name another big six club that David Luiz would get into, and then you'll know where Arsenal's problems are. Name another big six club.
The problem is that I believe he's
fully fit right now.
But the problem is though, but King, the problem is though, I feel why is it then that I feel that he's our best centre back?
I don't know. We still don't know about
it.
None of us know how you feel that.
Holding's
we're not signing good enough players.
We said Mario.
Mari isn't good enough to be never be our best centre back.
But he is. That's the fact.
But that's where the problem is.
And in relation to what you said, GunnerKing, I get you.
Our levels of players and what we think of them, we think that they're better than what they are. Listen, these are squad players. That starting 11 is squad players.
This is what managers are getting to work with. This is the budget they're getting to work with.
These are the
limitations they're getting to work with.
He's had a summer.
Hear what, Canis. This is what I'm saying. Yeah, you see, we have Aubameyang, who when he's on fire, he's unplayable. Yeah. But our manager, Arteta, Emery figured it out, to be honest. He figured out systems where Aubameyang gets multiple chances and he gets involved in the game. But since Arteta's come here, he's had less of the ball. He's been less involved with the game. In his whole existence here, he's not found a way to to impact Aubameyang's game. He dropped Ozil, who was the best link man for Aubameyang. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, he just doesn't play towards the he's our star man, he's our talisman, our captain, and you still haven't learned how to play football to his strengths. Like, come on. How can I talk about Kroenke and the investment and this and that when he can't do something as basic as that? Our captain, bro. Not any man, our captain. Top scorer. What is this now? Nah, man, you can't tell me about this Arteta guy, bro. He needs to go, bro. No one can tell me
listen,
anything
my
about
thing,
Arteta.
my thing was, I mean,
he needs to go, bro. He's
no,
just lost.
do you know what, Mr. Nigerian Englishman? I'm absolutely with you 100%. I said to myself, right, and my stance with Arteta was, if he doesn't make Europe, he's got to go. Whereas everyone else on Arteta right now.
I'm with you, mate. I'm all.
You can't get away from it. The out of the UEFA Cup. Don't get around. And today it is what it is. Semi-final. We've gone out, but it's then the league position which now kills him. Do you know what I mean? You can't get away from the man's in 10th or 9th position. Like, that is what's going to end up. Again, if he comes 6th or 5th and got knocked out in the semis, you could say that's where we should be around that. Do you know what I mean? The team we've got, but we shouldn't be sitting in 9th or 10th. So again, I'm a man who.
Robinson.
Hey, Gemma
Robinson.
I'm gonna call her Stow. She's gonna kill me for that one. But look at that.
Bro, she's
failed to score in
that
10 home matches within a single season in all comps. That's piss poor.
We've won none of our last 5 home games.
Do you know what this season's like? Do you remember? I don't know if you guys were ever old enough to see the mural end when we had the mural end. I don't know if you guys remember that season. I think that was like, no, my God. I'll show my
going back. Don't say it out loud.
Text it to
anyway,
us.
So it was the season we had Kevin Campbell and Ian Wright up front, but we lost so many games.
I do know that season.
So we had the mural end when they were redeveloping the North Bank, and we was shocking at home. But this guy has just blitzed that year out. He's just smashed it.
Yeah.
Failed to score in 10 home games. I have to say, I would rather we played at home first, in this tie, because we're poor at home. And I was kind of thinking, fair enough, if there was fans in, I would probably maybe. But this year we've been so poor at home.
But yeah, this has been a long time coming for me. I'm not even surprised by it. It's been a long time coming. Like, do you know what I mean? We look at the Alexis days. He used to bail us out so much.
Do you know what I mean?
So again,
handily
we would get away with things, not because we were good, but do you know what? He's just
do something different. He'd do something special.
And now we're looking at Abba or Pepe to be that guy, and then just not Alexis. Do you know what I mean? So this is a big. Do you know what I mean? This has been coming for years.
This ties in, Gumsa. This ties in to what I'm saying. Yeah, we bring in 1 or 2 players. Yeah, we bring them in on a promise that more quality on their level is going to come in to back them up. Yeah. Then 100%. They get left out, hung out to dry, and then we are relying on 1 or 2 world-class players to bail 100%. Out a team of nobodies.
Who?
This
is selling dreams, bro. We're selling dreams out here, bro.
Yeah, no, we've done it.
Hey, Lee, if you can get the stream, come on.
But yeah, as I said, I'm not. You see, with the Van Persie thing, I'm not even mad at Van Persie for leaving. I fully understand why he left. And he was fully justified. Nasri is the same.
It happened with Armoury. It happened with Vieira.
I'm not mad at Van Persie.
Right? Yeah,
Nasri.
I'm still mad at Van Persie. I don't know about you. I'm still doing something.
Van Persie, Sagna, Clichy. Like, there's no. Our ambition's been bad for you. This is what I'm saying. It's not I guess Arteta's going to take the fall for this, and he should, because again, if we were playing good football and got beat, I could say, well, you know, it's a defensive mistake and whatever else, but we're not playing good football either.
Hey, hold up. I've got to come back on Tony on this one. He's saying Holden isn't a striker.
Yeah, because he missed the header.
Position.
He can't head a ball. I'm sorry, he can't head a ball.
My whole point, I'm not focusing on Arteta, right? My whole point, I'm not focusing on Arteta, right, is the same pattern of behavior with managers, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So we get rid of a manager, we bring a new one in, They don't get given the resources to do the job. We all clamour for the manager being out. And then we say, oh, have Armoury. What would we do to have Wenger tonight? And then we don't notice the pattern. And then we do the same thing with managers. So this is mean, like, we can change a manager now, and probably based on the performance of these 2 games, I would probably say this is the closest I've been to being like, get Arteta out of this club. But the thing is, if we're going to bring in a manager to do the same thing, if we're going to have the same level of ambition in what manager we target and bring in the club, Brendan Rodgers, he's come out and said it is a dream to manage Arsenal Football Club of his, yeah? Right? Ancelotti was available when Armoury got sacked and before we brought in Armoury, yeah? And we went for Armoury. Tuchel has just gone Chelsea, yeah? The level of ambition that we have shown as a club is to let Arteta learn how to be a manager. But we're going to blame Arteta for that. Okay. That makes sense to me. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the point.
I hear you.
We've got to get to that point, yeah? And be like, this whole ambitionless thing that is coming.
He's got a point.
I think to who we appoint as managers is filtering to what managers get as resources to bring in players. What keep players we keep, what ones we get rid of.
Is he making the most of his current resources? That's my problem.
The recruitment
not making the most of his current resources. That's my issue, King.
He is responsible.
Okay,
for that.
so but
Nigerians,
so a more experienced manager would
say that he has
if you brought in a more experienced manager, he would be doing that.
But but a more experienced manager, we do the same. We paper over the cracks again. So again, we could bring a manager in now who could get a little bounce out of this team because we can see they won the FA Cup, so they can do a bit. We got to the semis in this; they can do a bit. But it's not getting to the root of the problem. Like this team actually isn't just—it's just not good enough.
What is the root? What is the root? What is the root of the problem with this team?
For me, on the pitch, the players aren't good enough. Behind the scenes, the board ain't good enough. So do you know what I mean? But again, we can't do nothing about the board, and Arteta can't do nothing about the board. Neither can Edu. So,
what's the root for you? What's the root of the problem with this club now for you?
Of course, the root is Kroenke. Let's not doubt that. But our guy is not making the most of our resources. He's making too many errors, bro. With Armoury, we were 1 winner out of the top 4, 1 win away from the top 4. With this guy, like we've not seen the top 4 all season, big man. Since the first month, we've not seen the top 4, bro. 100%. Like, come on, we're Arsenal Football Club. We've not actually legitimately had a chance to be in the top 4 since October.
Day one.
Day one. We was in the top 3 of it.
Day one. That was it. Brezzy, what? Come on. What's the root of the problem in your eyes?
Wow. Clearly, that lack of investment. So KSC is obviously clearly the problem, but obviously on the pitch, the tactics were wrong. And Arteta has to take blame for that. And Nigerian was saying, we have not even seen the top 4 all season. The first half of the season was 15th, almost fighting relegation.
Yeah.
How can Arsenal Football Club be facing bottom of relegation in the first half of the season? It doesn't that's not the Arsenal that I've known for years. And I'm sorry, but
let me just check. Sorry, Carol.
All I'm saying is Mikel Arteta is yes, there are bits that he is doing well, and there are bits that he is doing okay on. But the problem is that he's not experienced enough. And you look at Tuchel. He went to the final with PSG, went to Chelsea. He's now gone into the final of the Champions League with Chelsea. That's what experienced managers can do. Now, I've been a big fan of Mikel Arteta, and I've always said trust the process. But the problem is how can he sit here and keep defending Mikel Arteta or Arsenal with performances like that, with the lack of investment that KSC wanted to bring in? You just can't do it.
Yeah.
The thing is, let me just give you an example, right? Yeah, Leno cost 20 million. Yeah.
24.
When Chelsea want a goalkeeper, yeah, they pay 60 million for Ari Bigzagler. I can't say his name. Yeah, that doesn't work out. So what do they do? Do they keep giving him a chance? No, they bring in another keeper. So they've effectively spent 80, 90 million just on the goal. Let me go through the whole thing, yeah? Let me go through the whole thing. Let me go through the whole thing. Let me go through the whole thing, yeah? Right? When United want a right back, yeah, they get Bissaka, 50, 60 million, right? When they need a centre back, they spend 80 million on a centre back. They spend 40 million on Lindelof, right? When they need a left back, right? They've obviously got Shaw, 40 million from another Premier League club. This is another problem. We're not signing enough players with Premier League experience. We're going abroad too much to buy players to save money, and they are not acclimatizing to the league because they don't have a nucleus of Premier League experienced players around them. And the reason, that's what I'm saying. When we need a manager, right? When we need a manager, we're thinking about the cheapest available. And the cheapest available is a manager with no Premier League experience who has sat there and watched Pep manage. Yeah,
I hear that.
I hear what you're saying, King.
Right?
I hear what you're saying. The way I'd counter that is that, and it's fundamental, right? Chelsea, right? They've got an owner who loves and he's mad about the club. Bottom line, I obviously the United,
and we don't.
But yeah, obviously that's what I'm saying.
But also,
we don't.
This comes down to mismanagement
United as well. United as well. They're able to generate money. Their fans have obviously got issues with their guys upstairs because obviously so I'm not sure what's going on there. But the fact of the matter is that I don't think it's about Premiership or Premier League kind of experience, because look, Cancelo didn't have Premier League experience. Bernard Mendy didn't have Premier League experience. Laporte didn't have. Do you know what I mean?
Canners and GunnerKing. I think Gunslingers next week.
Raheem Sterling did. You know, like
Gunslingers next week.
John Stones did.
Sorry, King. One second. Go on, Nigerian.
Let me say one thing as well.
So wait. What I'm saying, is okay. City have brought in players that don't have Premier League experience, but they brought in Sterling. They brought in Mahrez. They brought in Stones. They brought in that effectively as a nucleus, right?
Let me just jump in 1 second, GunnerKing. The big problem with this is we don't get value for players. So we let 190 million worth of players walk out the door. If we recruit 3/4 of that and brought in 150 million, you can now go and buy 150 million worth of players. We let 190 million worth of players walk out the door on a free. So again, you talk about your Chelsea's. Chelsea had a lot of money because they sold Eden Hazard for 170 million. Liverpool run the same model as we do. Their fans weren't happy when they sold Coutinho, but now the fans are laughing because that 150 mil, whatever they got for Coutinho, brought in Van Dijk and Alisson, and that was the big difference. So Mane and Salah weren't big money, but it was Van Dijk and Alisson, the 150 they made from that. So imagine if we had made 175 on your Wiltshires, your Ramseys, your Sanchez, your Ozil, Mustafi, whatever it is. Now you might be able to go and buy Hassan Aouar and a half decent centre back or a left back, but our infrastructure is wrong. We're letting players run down contracts. We spent 75 million on Pepe. We're not going to sell him because we're going to want to get 75 million for him. Otherwise, we feel we'll take a loss. So we're keeping him for 3 years. He's not going to do nothing. He's going to walk out on a free. We're now another 75 million down. Take your 50 and go and buy Buendia. Take your 50. We lost 25 million on Pepe. He gave us 2 half decent years. Cool. Lose 25 mil. Go and get Buendia.
So Nigerian Englishman. Let me get
I was saying I could literally get we could list out the amount of money we spent, for example, since Wenger has left. Yeah. And I could tell you better buys, better ways we could have used that money that would be in a better situation than that. So all this money, investment money, I hear that. If we see the players that we bought for that money, when there's players we could have gotten a free better than some of the players we paid money for.
And the players who we're raving about, Guendouzi and Martinelli, cost a combined 15 million. So it's not how much you spend; it's the quality you bring in.
What you spend it on.
Yeah, and it's all. But it's also again when something's not working, sell up and start again. Do you know what I mean?
Right now, I'm going to tell you.
Lee, I wanted to bring you in there because I know you're chomping at the bit. Welcome, and I know you're fuming. You're absolutely fuming. So come on. What's the
wear this fucking badge on my heart. I wear this badge on my heart. And I'll tell you something now. You've all talked great great stuff over the past 2 weeks. Absolutely brilliant. Fack, I love you. Fucking Gumsa, it's nice to meet you. King,
And to you.
brilliant. Brezzy, brilliant.
I didn't get mentioned. Damn,
Had
I didn't
it,
get
mate,
mentioned.
did it?
You're getting a special mention.
You're my man. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I wear this badge on my arm, and I tell you something right now. As an Arsenal fan, since 1985 to the present day, I've never been so disappointed in my club.
I agree.
Fucking fuming.
Yep.
We had an ideal opportunity tonight to actually do something, and we have done fuck all. Yes, we maybe have lost to United in the final. Did that matter? No. But we lost to a fucking shite team. A shite team. Villarreal, fuck all. Arsenal Football Club is a massive club.
Yep.
And we've done fuck all about it this season. At all. I'm fucking fuming. And I'll tell you something now. If Arteta doesn't go, the Cronkies doesn't go, there is no more support from me.
Wow.
I think, do you know what?
That's the passion.
Yeah. Do you know what? The thing is, I think if the players had half the passion as Lee, we'll be singing all the way to Gdansk right now. I tell you.
Yeah.
Lee, I think you hit the nail right on the head.
Everyone's feeling exactly how Lee put it on there, like, literally.
We're the state of our club right now,
guys, and that's the way I feel. Like, do you know what I mean?
Listen, we could all feel the passion, and the thing is, I've never felt like this since. Oh my god! As I said, mid-80s. I remember the Baron mid-80s. It was bad, and then George Graham coming. I know you're going to say, "Oh, George Graham," but listen, he turned the club around. Seriously,
big facts. No, George Graham's a legend, 100%.
He turned the club around, and to be honest, since then, we've always been, fighting for honours. Never been this low in the league, never. And right now, today is an absolute. I couldn't even fathom us losing tonight, going out tonight.
Mate,
that didn't even enter my mind.
As scared as I was like, we'll still get it done.
They done nothing. They done nothing all game. Like, the only time they created anything was when it's our mistakes from us being sloppy or misplaced passes. Like, it was bad. It's bad. It's bad.
Do you know what, Lee? We're gonna leave it on your note there for tonight, and because I think what you summed it up. You closed it. The way millions of Arsenal fans are probably feeling right now about their team and about the club.
I'll just say one thing.
Yep.
Turn up to Arsenal. Turn up to the Emirates on Sunday.
I'm there
tonight. Turn up to the Emirates. We need change. We need to fucking do something, man. Because at the end of the day, if we don't do something now, it's game over for the rest of our fucking lives, man.
I'm not trying to be Leeds out here, guys. I'm not trying to be Leeds, bro.
I'm with you.
Listen, I would even go as far as to say, let's try and do a live feed from there on Sunday.
Yeah, I can do that.
I tell you what. Oh my god. Anyway, look, we've been trolled by Tottenham fans. And
Sam is having a blast tonight, man.
Yeah, but do you know what?
Tottenham fans ain't got fuck all to be proud of.
Exactly.
When he wakes up tomorrow morning, he's gonna realize he still supports Spurs, bro.
Yeah.
How did Spurs do in their semi-final? How did Spurs do? How did they do in their semi-final?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What semi? Yeah. Guys, on this somber note, what I'm going to do is we're going to leave it here. Everyone, Brezzy, Lee, GunnerKing, Nigerian Englishman, Gumsa.
For like 5 minutes.
No, listen.
Love having you, man.
Yeah, listen. What you said in that 5-minute segment there was more than enough. Let me tell you, because I tell you what, you put everything in a nutshell for us there about the club, your feeling, and I think the way we're all feeling. It hurts, but listen, man. Arsenal goes on. You know, Arteta will be gone soon. Kroenkes will be gone, but Arsenal will still live on. End of the road. But guys, I want to thank you. We'll be back for Gunslingers. Well, sorry, actually, I got even ahead of myself. We've got bloody Premier League games to bloody play.
Is there any
Oh, we
point?
still do.
Is there any point? It is a point.
Canners, if you've got a space on the Gunslingers, I'm coming in, bro. Because I've
All right, we'll talk.
To sling on the Arsenal.
Call it shit slingers. Flipping heck. But guys, listen, we'll be in touch. Guys,
Appreciate it.
thank you
All right,
so
take
much,
care,
man. It's been blessed. Well, to talk to you guys, but
Don't even play the outro. They don't
Yeah,
deserve
they
it.
don't
Just
deserve
end
it.
it.
I don't, we
End
can't
it.
put on Ree and that link with this. Like, I don't want to see